Your journey into the world of great stories begins now. Welcome to the English Audiobook Library.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to what might be our biggest episode yet here on the English Audiobook Library. I am Malika, and sitting across from me, looking like he just came from the gym but for his face, is Smith. Hello, Smith.
Hello, Malika. Gym for the face. That is actually the perfect way to describe today's topic. I am doing great and I am ready to sweat, metaphorically speaking.
We have a marathon ahead of us today. We are talking about one specific concept: train your mouth to speak English. And Smith, when we say train your mouth, we don't mean memorizing vocabulary, do we?
No, not at all. We are not talking about the brain today. We're talking about the muscle, the tongue, the lips, the jaw, the throat.
Because I think so many of our listeners have this problem. I call it the silent genius syndrome.
Oh, I love that name. What is the silent genius syndrome?
It's when you can read a book perfectly. You can listen to this podcast and understand 100%. You know the grammar rules better than a native speaker. But when you try to open your mouth, you stumble, you stutter, your tongue feels thick.
It feels like your mouth is full of peanut butter, right?
Yes, exactly. Why does that happen?
It happens because English is not a subject you study, it is a physical sport you play. Think about it, Malika. If I read a book on how to play tennis and I memorize the physics of the ball, but I never actually pick up a racket, what happens when I step on the court?
You're going to miss the ball.
I'm going to look ridiculous because my arm muscles don't have the memory. Speaking English is exactly the same. Your tongue is a muscle. If you have been speaking, say, Japanese or Spanish or Vietnamese your whole life, your tongue has been doing push-ups in a specific way for 20 years.
And suddenly, English asks your tongue to do yoga.
Exactly. English asks your tongue to curl back for the R, to stick out for the TH, to explode air for the P. If you haven't trained those muscles, you physically cannot do it. It's not that you're stupid, it's that you're uncoordinated.
That is such a relief to hear. So it's not an intelligence problem, it's a fitness problem.
100%. So today, we're going to be your personal trainers. We're going to break down the biology, the physics, and the daily workout routine you need to get an English mouth.
I love it. Let's start with the home-based position. I heard you mention this before.
Yes, every language has a resting position, a home base.
Where is the home base for English?
Okay, everyone listening, I want you to relax your face right now. In English, the jaw is slightly open. It's loose. The tongue is usually sitting in the middle of the mouth, not touching the teeth, maybe just hovering. The lips are relaxed, not tight.
Okay, I'm doing it. I look a bit like a fish.
A relaxed fish. Now compare that to other languages. In some languages, the tongue rests against the bottom teeth. In others, the throat is tight. If you try to speak English while your mouth is in the French home base or the Chinese home base, you will have a heavy accent because you're starting from the wrong place.
So step one is just loosening up?
Yes, tension is the enemy of fluency. A lot of learners get nervous, so they clench their jaw. When you clench your jaw, you cannot make the flow of English. You sound robotic.
So we need to stretch.
Literally. Before you practice, yawn. Open your mouth as wide as you can. Massage your cheeks. You need to wake up the instrument.
Okay, let's talk about the specific sounds that are the heavy weights in the gym, the ones that hurt. I think we have to start with the TH.
The dreaded TH, the th.
It is so weird, Smith. In my culture, sticking your tongue out is rude, or it's something children do. And English speakers do it constantly. Think, through.
It feels unnatural, I know, but you have to stick it out. Here's the trick. It's not just sticking it out, it's blowing air over it.
Like a leak in a tire?
Yes. Put your tongue between your teeth and blow. If you don't feel vibration or air, you're doing it wrong. A lot of people substitute it with S or Z or D.
I'm sinking instead of I'm thinking.
That is a dangerous mistake. If you're on a boat, that is a very important difference.
So, how do we train this? Because my tongue wants to pull back inside.
You have to use the exaggeration method. This is something actors do. When you practice alone, don't just say the. Stick your tongue out way too far. Look in the mirror. Look like a crazy person. At.
You overcorrect to find the middle.
Exactly. If you practice at 110%, then when you're in a normal conversation, you will naturally settle at 100%. If you practice at 50%, you'll disappear in conversation.
That makes sense. What about the R sound, the American R? It sounds like a growling dog.
The pirate sound, R. It's hard because in many languages, the R is in the front. It rolls, or it taps. In English, the R is deep in the back.
The tongue pulls back, right?
Yes. Imagine your tongue is a turtle trying to hide in its shell. You pull it back and the sides of your tongue touch your top teeth. It never touches the roof of your mouth.
Wait, it never touches the roof?
Never. If the tip touches the roof, you get a D or a T sound. It has to float in the middle.
I can feel the muscle tension when I do that. It actually tires my tongue out.
That is good. That is the burn. If your mouth feels tired after 10 minutes of English, that means you are building muscle. If you aren't tired, you are probably using your native mouth positions.
Wow. Embrace the face pain. That should be our slogan.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Let's move to resonance. This is a bit advanced, but I think it's important. You told me once that Americans speak from a different place than other people.
Yes, this is the placement of the voice.
Explain that.
Okay, place your hand on your chest, Malika. Say, hey.
Hey.
Did you feel a vibration?
A little bit.
American English is very chest-heavy and throat-heavy. It's a deep, resonant sound. Some languages are very nasal. The sound comes out of the nose. Some are very dental. The sound is right at the teeth.
So if I speak English through my nose, I sound whiny?
You sound thin. To sound fluent, you want to drop the pitch slightly and relax the throat. Imagine the sound is coming from your heart, not your nose.
That actually changes the personality of the speaker. It makes you sound more confident.
It does. English is a low-frequency language. It likes the bass notes.
Okay, Smith, I want to talk about speed, because when I listen to native speakers, they speak so fast. I feel like I have to sprint to keep up.
Ah, the illusion of speed.
Illusion?
Yes, native speakers aren't actually speaking that fast. They are connecting.
Connected speech.
This is the secret sauce. If I say, I want to go to the park, that sounds slow and robotic. But a native speaker says, I want to go to the park.
It sounds like one long word.
Exactly. We glue the words together, consonant to vowel linking.
Give us an example of that linking.
Take the phrase clean up. A native speaker doesn't say clean up. They say clean up. The N moves to the U.
Clean up. It sounds like nup is a word.
Yes, or pick it up. We say picky tup.
Picky tup. It sounds like a foreign language.
It is, but this is why learners struggle to understand. They are listening for 4 words, but they hear one sound. To train your mouth, you have to stop pronouncing the spaces between words.
Stop pronouncing the spaces. That is deep.
We are lazy. The mouth wants to take the easiest path. Jumping from clean to up requires a stop. Clean up is a slide. You want to slide, not jump.
And this connects to the schwa sound, right? The lazy sound.
The schwa, the most common sound in English, the sound.
It's in everything. Banana, computer, today.
Yes, and banana, only the middle A is a real A. The other 2 are schwas. Banana.
If I pronounced it perfectly, banana, I would sound weird.
You would sound like a computer program or very angry. I would like a banana.
So to sound fluent, we actually have to mumble a little bit.
Yes, we have to reduce the unimportant words. Words like to, for, at, and. We crush them. Fish and chips becomes fish and chips.
Cup of tea becomes cup of tea.
Exactly. You have to train your mouth to throw away those little words. Don't stress them. If you stress every word, you sound like a machine gun. Rat, 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 rat. English is waves. Da-da, da-da, da-da.
The rhythm. It's music.
It is jazz. It's not a march.
So, Smith, let's get into the gym routine. If our listeners have 15 minutes a day, what exercises should they do to train their mouths?
Okay, let's build a workout plan. Exercise 1, shadowing.
We mention this a lot, but explain it for the new listeners.
Shadowing is mimicking a native speaker almost simultaneously. You put on a podcast, like this one, or YouTube video, you listen and you repeat what they say 0.5 seconds later.
While they are still talking?
Yes, you are a shadow. You follow them, you copy their speed, their pause, their emotion. You don't just read the words, you copy the melody.
That is hard. It forces your brain to process audio and motor skills at the same time.
It is exhausting, but it works. Do 5 minutes of shadowing. You will feel your mouth getting looser.
Exercise 2?
The slow motion drill.
What is that?
Take a difficult sentence, maybe a tongue twister. She sells seashells by the seashore.
Classic.
Say it extremely slowly, super slow. Stretch every vowel, exaggerate every lip movement. She sells seashells.
It looks ridiculous.
It looks insane, but you are building muscle memory. You are teaching your tongue the path. If you can't say it slow, you can't say it fast. Do that for 2 minutes.
Okay, exercise 3.
The rubber band method. This is for stress and rhythm.
Do I need a rubber band?
Ideally, yes, or just use your hands. Take a rubber band. When you say the stressed syllable in a sentence, pull the rubber band.
So for banana, I pull on na?
Yes, banana. It physically connects your body to the rhythm of the language. It helps you feel the length of the vowel.
That is so cool. It makes it tactile.
English vowels are long, longer than you think. The rubber band forces you to hold the note.
I love that. Okay, Smith, I want to address the psychological barrier because training your mouth involves making weird noises. It involves looking silly, and adults hate looking silly.
We do. We have fragile egos. We want to be cool.
How do we get over the cringe factor?
You have to adopt an alter ego.
Like Beyoncé has Sasha Fierce?
Exactly. When you speak English, you aren't just Malika translating. You are English Malika. You are an actor playing a character.
So I can pretend to be an American movie star?
Yes. When I speak Spanish, I change my voice. I become a bit more dramatic. I use my hands more. It's not Smith, it's Spanish Smith. This detachment helps you overcome the fear. If you make a mistake, it's the character making a mistake, not you.
That is such a healthy psychological trick. It's a mask.
It is. And eventually, the mask becomes your face. But in the beginning, fake it.
Fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you become it.
Smith, what about recording yourself? I know we talked about this before, but for pronunciation, it seems crucial.
It is non-negotiable. You cannot trust your own ears while you are speaking.
Why not?
Because the sound is vibrating in your skull. You hear a mix of internal and external sound. You think you sound like Brad Pitt.
And then you listen to the recording, and you sound like a confused robot.
Exactly. It is painful. But you have to listen to the recording and compare it to the native speaker. Oh, my R was too short. Oh, I didn't link those words. That feedback loop is how you learn.
It's like watching game tape in sports.
Precisely. You have to analyze the performance.
I want to ask about tongue twisters. Are they actually useful, or are they just party tricks?
They are very useful for isolation training. If you struggle with R and L, doing red lorry, yellow lorry over and over again isolates those muscles.
Red lorry, yellow lorry. That is hard.
Try the 6th Sick sheeks, sixth sheeps, sick.
No, I am not trying that. That is impossible.
It's the hardest one in the English language. But if you practice that for 5 minutes, saying, hello, how are you, feels incredibly easy. It's like running with weights on your ankles. When you take them off, you fly.
That is a great way to look at it. Tongue twisters are the heavyweights.
Malika, there's another aspect of training your mouth that people forget. Volume.
Volume, like speaking loudly?
Yes, many learners mumble because they are insecure, but you cannot articulate well when you whisper. You need air.
So we need to speak up.
Yes, practice speaking louder than you normally would. It forces you to open your mouth wider. It engages the diaphragm. It projects confidence. Even if you are saying the wrong grammar, if you say it clearly and loudly, people will understand you better.
That is true. A mumbled correct sentence is worse than a loud incorrect one.
100%. People can't correct you if they can't hear you.
Let's talk about immersion versus active training. Is listening enough? If I listen to English for 10 hours a day, will my mouth magically get better?
No.
That was a very direct no.
I wish the answer was yes, but it's not. Listening is input. Speaking is output. They use different parts of the brain. You can listen to piano music for 20 years, but if you never touch the keys, you can't play.
So we have to physically move the mouth.
You have to produce sound. Even if you are alone in your room, read the book out loud, talk to your cat, narrate your life. I am opening the fridge. I am taking out the milk.
My cat knows so much English now.
The most educated cat in the neighborhood.
Smith, what about intonation? We talked about rhythm, but intonation is the music, the up and down.
English is a very up and down language. We use pitch to show emotion and meaning.
Really versus really versus really.
Exactly. One word, 3 meanings, just based on pitch. A lot of learners speak in flat line, monotone. I am very happy to be here. It sounds bored.
It sounds like a hostage video.
Yes, you need to add the waves. A great exercise for this is humming.
Humming?
Listen to a sentence spoken by a native speaker, and instead of saying the words, just hum the melody. Da 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 da.
So you strip away the lyrics and just focus on the tune.
Yes, it helps you hear the music without worrying about the pronunciation. Once you have the hum, add the words back in.
That is such a unique tip. I've never heard that before.
It works wonders. It helps you stop sounding robotic.
We have been talking for a while now, and my jaw is actually starting to feel sympathetic pain for our listeners.
The workout is working.
Let's recap the don'ts. What are the bad habits we need to break to train our mouths?
Don't 1. Don't read silently. If you are learning to speak, silent reading is almost useless. Read out loud.
Check. Don't 2.
Don't apologize. Don't start every sentence with, sorry, my English is bad. It puts your brain in a failure mode. It makes your mouth hesitate. Be bold.
Don't 3.
Don't translate. We talked about this before, but physically, if you are translating, your mouth is trying to make native shapes for English words. Stop thinking in your language. Visualize the object, not the word.
And don't 4?
Don't expect perfection. You will trip. You will spit a little bit. You will make weird noises. It is part of the process. Babies babble before they speak. You have to be willing to babble.
I think that's the hardest part for adults, being a baby again.
It requires humility, but the payoff is huge.
Smith, let's imagine a listener has a big presentation or a job interview coming up. They don't have months to train. Do you have a warm-up routine, like right before they walk into the room?
Yes, the 2-minute mouth gym.
Walk us through it.
Stick your tongue out as far as it goes. Hold for 5 seconds. Move it side to side quickly. Wake up the root. Blow through your lips like a horse. Brrr. This relaxes the lips. Say E-O, E-O. Exaggerated. Stretch the corners of the mouth. Say a tongue twister 3 times, loudly.
And then walk into the room?
Maybe wipe the spit off your face first. But yes, your mouth will feel live. It will feel ready. You won't stumble on the first hello.
That is gold. It's like revving the engine before the race.
Exactly.
You know, Smith, as we are getting deeper into this minutes, I am realizing that training your mouth is actually about confidence.
It is. When you trust your mouth to make the sounds, your brain relaxes. You stop searching for words because you know you can physically say them. It lowers the cognitive load.
And when you look confident, people treat you differently. They listen to you more.
They do. Fluency is often just confidence disguised as skill.
I love that. Fluency is confidence disguised as skill.
Malika, I want to share a story about when I learned French. I sounded terrible. I tried so hard to be perfect. Then I went to a bar, had 2 glasses of wine, and suddenly I was fluent.
The liquid courage.
But why? My vocabulary didn't improve in 5 minutes. My grammar didn't improve. What changed?
You relaxed.
My mouth relaxed. My filter turned off. I just let the sounds flow. I stopped trying to control every muscle.
Now, we can't recommend our listeners drink wine before every meeting.
Definitely not. But you can try to replicate that feeling of relaxation, that I don't care if I make a mistake energy. That is where fluency lives.
It lives in the flow state.
Yes.
Smith, what about singing? We talked about humming, but actual singing.
Singing is amazing because the rhythm is forced. You have to link the words to fit the beat. You have to breathe at the right time.
And you memorize lyrics much faster than normal sentences.
Yes. Learn a Beatles song. Learn a Taylor Swift song. Sing it in the shower. You are training pronunciation, rhythm, linking, and breath control all at once. And it's fun.
Unless you sing like me, then the neighbors call the police.
Well, sing quietly then.
Okay, we have covered the biology, the drills, the psychology. I want to talk about consistency. How often do we need to do this?
Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't brush your teeth for 2 hours on Sunday and then skip the rest of the week.
That would be gross.
It would be gross and ineffective. You brush for 2 minutes twice a day. Mouth training is the same. 10 minutes a day is infinitely better than 1 hour once a week.
The muscle needs daily activation.
Yes, do it in the car. Do it while washing dishes. Make it a habit. When I brew coffee, I practice my R sounds. Stack the habit.
Habit stacking. That is smart.
If you do this for 30 days, I guarantee you will sound different. Your jaw will sit differently. Your voice will drop. You will sound more like you.
That is the goal, to sound like yourself just in English.
Exactly.
Smith, this has been an incredibly detailed breakdown. I feel like my mouth is tired just talking about it.
We did a lot of reps today.
Is there anything we missed? Any final secret?
The final secret is observation.
Watch people?
Watch their mouths. When you watch a movie, don't look at the eyes. Look at the lips. Look at the jaw. How much are they opening? What is the tongue doing? Mimic the physical movement. Be a spy.
Be a mouth spy. That sounds creepy, but useful.
It is a little creepy. Don't stare at strangers on the bus too closely, but on a screen, watch closely.
Got it. Okay, Smith, let's wrap up this marathon. What is the action item for our listeners today?
The action item is to record a before video.
Ooh, a benchmark.
Yes, record yourself reading a paragraph of text today. Save it. Do these exercises for 30 days, shadowing, exaggeration, slow motion. Then record the same paragraph in 30 days.
And compare them?
You will be shocked. You will hear the difference. And that progress will motivate you to keep going.
That is a fantastic challenge. I hope everyone does it.
Send us the results. We'd love to hear the transformation.
Thank you so much, Smith. This was a masterclass.
It was my pleasure. My jaw is ready for a rest now.
Go ice your face, and thank you to all our listeners for sticking with us for this deep dive. You are the real silent geniuses, but soon you won't be silent anymore.
Get loud, everyone.
See you in the next episode.
Goodbye.
Bye.